Tastes good. Yeah, it does taste good. Excuse me for being so sweaty, but I was just cooking for my family. And it's rainy season, so it's really humid. Not much I can do about it. Hey, look who came to join us. If you remember last week's video, 2 Sundays ago, I went to an event with the Shobodan, the volunteer firefighter department, for an emergency, what do you call it? Emergency preparedness demonstration event. The Japanese Self-Defense Force was there cooking up rice, and a bunch of people were turning it into onigiri, Japanese rice balls. But they weren't just making rice balls, they were basically making a small disaster lunch, I guess you'd call it. Everyone was supposed to get one before they left, and we didn't. But one of the trucks that was bringing over all those sandbags that the Shobodan had to pile up to save for later brought us our emergency meal, and it had an onigiri and Japanese emergency bread. So I thought this would probably be a pretty good video. It is canned bread. I don't know what the shelf life is supposed to be, but this one, yeah, Nina just saw a butterfly. But the shelf life on this one is supposed to be until August of this year. So I'm guessing it's an older one, and so they decided not to stockpile anymore and might as well give it out to people to experience emergency bread, because it's better than just throwing it out. Akimoto, I guess, is the company that made it. Oishi something. Delicious. I don't know if that says emergency bread or whatnot. This one's raisin bread, so I don't have to share it with Kumiko because she doesn't like raisins. That's good. Oh wait, on the bottom it says 2009 Space Shuttle. Okay, for a minute I thought this meant that it was made in 2009, but I think it means that it went up on the Space Shuttle in 2009. Not this particular one, but this brand of bread. Little bit of English on there. It says relief from Japan Everfresh bread. I guess it's not really Everfresh, or it wouldn't be good until August of this year. It would be good forever. But also someone was feeling a little biblical because on the edge of the label it says, give us this day our daily bread. I don't think I want to be eating this daily. And it's got a bunch of codes on the side. Something about 171, I guess it's an emergency code. Instructions to dial something if something happens, and I have no clue. But I wonder how pathetic do they think people are at opening pull tab lids, because there are detailed instructions on step 1, pull the tab up. Step 2, pull it back. I mean, really? You can't figure that out? Let's follow step 1 and pull the tab up, and now follow step 2 and pull the lid back. Smells pretty good actually. Smells like raisins. Smell, yeah. Inside, the bread is wrapped in paper, because otherwise it might be pretty hard to get out of the can. As it is, it's not too bad. Comes out pretty easily. Really soft. Looks like the inside's a little oily. Still smells like raisins. Peels off, leaving a little bit of the outer layer behind. Oh, and there's a circle of paper on the bottom, don't want to forget that. I have made that mistake before and have eaten paper, not on bread. Actually, that was when I was living in South Korea, and I bought hot dog wieners there for the first time, not knowing they were each one individually wrapped in plastic. The first 2 hot dogs I ate seemed a little tough. I'm not making the mistake this time. Okay, so we have tube bread. Rip it on open. Smells a little bit more like a fruit cake than bread, and Nina's right in there. What do you think? It's soft, it's not dry, that's good. It's sweet, but it tastes a little bit more like fruitcake than raisin bread. How's the crust? I want a piece of crust. This is actually really good. I think I'm wrong, it doesn't really taste much like a fruitcake. It tastes a little more winey than raisiny, which I'm not complaining about at all. It's not gonna last long. This is good. If you were in a disaster and hungry, this would be tasting awfully fantastic. You know, hunger is the best sauce kind of thing. Even now, when I'm not all that hungry and I'm not in a disaster situation, this tastes good. I would eat this regularly. That's excellent. Now I wish I'd be able to get a couple more cans to try different flavors, because I know there were more than just this raisin bread. There were a couple different ones, and I just grabbed a bag and this was in it. I'm glad, because I like raisin bread. You like that too?
Yeah.
Yeah? Can I have a bite? No, you're right. I already ate most of the bread myself, so yeah. Well, that was really interesting. Tastes good, yeah, it does taste good. Well, I have no idea how many of these the local government has stockpiled or where they are, but it's nice to know that if there was an emergency, there would be some kind of emergency supplies, and that they taste really good. The onigiri they made was good too, but this is better. More flavor. So while this is very good, I hope that during the making of this video, and maybe every year that we do this emergency techniques demonstration event, will be the only time I ever eat this bread. I'd just rather not ever be in a disaster. So, if you like what you see, click the thumbs up, cans up, whatever. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. I'm Mark Visser, aka Sparkus. I hope to see you back here for another I Live in Japan very soon. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Say, more bread, please?
Huh?
No. Didn't mean you, I meant me. Whatever.